tremors in the vents, a promise you can feel. Step inside the static where the shadows play. Plastic smells and moonlight such an yesterday. Footsteps echo hollow through the empty hall. Every ticking second answers to the call. Deep bass rolling under floorboards like a tide. A subterranean thunder where the lost things hide. Makes like distant sirens low and wide, pulling at the edges of the night. Hold your breath, count the wires in the dust. Paper thin courage, iron in your trust. The cameras blink like stars that never sleep, and something in the dark is learning how to creep. 5 nights, 1 heartbeat under fluorescent sky. Deep bass, heavy footsteps where the silence lies. Clock hands cut the darkness, neon bleeding red. Keep the doors closed, keep the lights fed. Baseline like a heartbeat pounding in your chest. 5 nights at Freddy's. No time for rest. Leather and gears all up by a screw. Broken lullabies in children's shoes. Animatronic lullaby full of rust. Promises of laughter turn to dust. Low and rumble like a distant train. A subterranean chorus calling out your name. A reverb on the rafter, shadows in the frame. Every corridor remembers how to play the game. Bass drops like thunder, the floor begins to sway. Metallic whispers tell you not to stay. Static in the speakers, a voice that's half a dream. Counting down the minutes, tearing at the seam. Lights flicker, heartbeat thicker, pressure in the air. Something moves in rhythm with the prayer. Deep bass of sonic, shaking every bone. You are not alone. A slow, grinding loop of gears and distant cries. A low frequency ocean where the memory lies. Paper posters peeling, smiles frozen white. Echoes of the laughter that the night denied. Clock ticks like a metronome for fear. Every second closer, every shadow near. The baseline hums like a predator's breath. A slow, patient promise of a quiet death. But in the static, in the hum, a stubborn spark. A flicker of defiance in the endless dark. Catch the wires, feed the lights, keep the cameras on. Sing the broken lullaby until the dawn. The night is a machine that learns to hunt and roam. But you hold the keys, you hold the home. 5 nights, 1 heartbeat under fluorescent skies. Deep bass, heavy footsteps where the silence lies. Clock hands cut the darkness, neon bleeding red. Keep the doors closed, keep the lights fed. Baseline like a heartbeat pounding in your chest. 5 nights at Freddy's. No time for low and let the sub bass crawl through the pipes and the plaster, through the papered wall. A mechanical whisper of velvet coated thread, the kind of sound that makes you not forget. Hurry, double down, the tempo starts to climb. A syncopated terror, a rhythm out of time. Snares like distant claps, a symbol like a sigh. The night composes lullabies to make you cry. Behind the curtains, eyes like coal. A puppet of the midnight, stitched to take control. The stage remembers will stay. A hum beneath the city, a whisper in the floor, a promise that the night will come back for more. Days fading like the tide that leaves the shore, but the echo of the midnight will haunt you evermore. Midnight hum, the corridor breeze low, flicker of a neon eye, the clock moves slow. Concrete heartbeat under rusted steel, whispers in the vents, a promise you can't feel. Step inside the static, where the shadows play. Plastic smells and moonlight stitched in yesterday. Footsteps echo hollow through the empty hall. Every ticking second answers to the call. Deep bass rolling under floorboards like a tide. A subterranean thunder where the lost things hide. Speech like distant sirens low and wide, pulling at the edges of the night. Hold your breath, count the wires and the dust. Paper thin courage, iron in your trust. The cameras blink like stars that never sleep, and something in the dark is learning how to creep. 5 nights, one heartbeat under fluorescent skies. Deep bass, heavy footsteps where the silence lies. Clock hands cut the darkness, neon bleeding red. Keep the doors closed, keep the lights fed. Baseline like a heartbeat pounding in your chest. 5 nights of Freddy's, no time for it. Leather and gears, a lullaby of screws. Broken lullabies and children's shoes. Animatronic glow, a carnival of rust. Promises of laughter turn to dust. Slow and rumble like a distant train. A subterranean chorus calling out your name. Reverb on the rafters, shadows in the frame. Every corridor remembers how to play the game. Bass drops like thunder, the floor begins to sway. Metallic whispers tell you not to stay. Static in the speakers, a voice that's half a dream. Counting down the minutes, staring at the scene. Lights flicker, heartbeat thicker, pressure in the air. Some wall, a mechanical whisper, a velvet-coated thread, the kind of sound that makes you not forget. Heartbeat double, double down, the tempo starts to climb.